December 18, 2022, millions watched as Argentina lifted the trophy in Qatar, delivering a storybook ending for Lionel Messi. Naturally, the expectation is that this fairy tale will simply continue in 2026, but predictive models suggest the road to a repeat is narrower than it looks. Projections from the Opta supercomputer, which simulated the 2026 World Cup 10,000 times, give Argentina roughly a 10% chance to win, placing them fourth overall behind Spain, France, and England. History shows how quickly a championship cycle can collapse. Spain dominated the sport in 2010, only to crash out in the 2014 group stages. Germany lifted the cup in 2014 and suffered the exact same early exit 4 years later. Capturing a title requires a specific alignment of health and momentum. Defending it means surviving for 4 years with the rest of the world studying your every move. The factors that converged for a championship in Qatar face a very different set of pressures. Since then, the things that made Argentina champions have become their most significant points of friction. During their 2022 run, Argentina thrived on tactical flexibility. Manager Lionel used shifting formations that prevented opponents from settling into a comfortable defensive rhythm. 4 years later, that element of surprise has evaporated. Elite analysts from rival programs have spent this entire cycle breaking down Argentina's positioning and movement frame by frame. Every major team now has a specific plan to restrict Argentina's midfield space and block the transition routes they used so effectively in Qatar. In international football, a strategic advantage has a shelf life. Once the nuances of a system are public knowledge, the original design loses its ability to catch opponents off guard. Then there is the physical reality of the roster. Lionel Messi will be 39 years old when the 2026 tournament begins. While his vision remains elite, the physical intensity of his current club environment in the MLS is lower than what he'll face against top European nations. In a tournament defined by high-speed pressing, that gap becomes a liability. And he isn't the only one carrying heavy mileage. Core players like Nicolas Otamendi are moving deep into their 30s, accumulating years of wear and tear that directly increase the risk of injury during a high-stakes month of play. Leadership is vital, but it cannot physically compensate for a loss in recovery speed. Over several weeks of competition, the ability to sprint and recover is what determines who survives the knockout rounds. Relying on the same veteran core that won in 2022 creates a severe physical disadvantage against the younger, faster squads currently rising in Europe. We can see this trend in the data. This bar chart tracks the average age of the top contenders. Notice how Argentina's age curve is trending sharply upward, while France, Spain, and England are integrating a new generation of players in their early 20s. This demographic shift becomes even more dangerous because of the tournament's expansion. Here, we see the bracket growing from 32 teams to a massive 48-team field, which pushes the total schedule to 104 matches. Managing that schedule requires navigating the geographic scale of North America. Teams will fly thousands of miles between host cities in the US, Mexico, and Canada, dealing with constant time zone shifts and varying climates. A format with more games and more travel rewards squads with deep benches and high-level athleticism. It is a structure designed to punish older, veteran-reliant teams. To be clear, Argentina remains a powerhouse. They have elite talent, a winning culture, and a proven coach who can deliver on the biggest stage. But success in this format is dictated by razor-thin margins. A single injury, a missed flight, or one tactical mismatch is all it takes to end a tournament. To lift the trophy again, Argentina cannot rely on the same approach that worked in 2022. Winning now requires a system and a roster specifically built to withstand the unique travel and physical demands of this 48-team competition.